Hi everybody, welcome to my short video introduction on Python. This is the second in the series of videos I'm uploading to get you familiar with the Python environment and also some of the constructs that we utilise at National 4, at National 5 and at higher level. My first video looked at installing software, so hopefully you've all managed to do that and are ready to get started with the Python software. Okay, so to get that started, we need to load up Python IDLE, or Integrated Development and Learning Environment, and that will load up the shell that you can see on front of you. You'll see it says Python 3.4 at the top. That's the version that we've got. And the shell itself is a basic environment that is used to execute single lines of code directly that we can type into it. It'll also be able to execute each of the lines that we write for larger programs, which I'll show you in a second. So basically the shell, if you type in some numbers, we can add them together. The shell will add up those particular values. We can also type out string values and we can get the shell to print those onto it. So if we print hello world, the Python shell will actually print that out there. But we need it to be multiple lines of code in National 4, 5 and higher. So in order to do that, we need to create a new file and we can start to write our programs with multiple lines. So we've got a basic Word editor. It looks very similar to sort of WordPad to type out our programming. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a basic input and output program. So I'm going to ask the user to enter a name, and then we're going to print that name out from the program. To do that, we need to use variables. What is a variable, I hear you ask? Well, a variable itself is a store of a value within a program that can be utilized within it at different stages. We can have multiple variables within a program, so it can store a name, it could store an age, it could store a score, so it could be anything like that. And that's what a variable's looking for. Very important part of programming. So we're going to start by putting in a variable. We're going to call it name, and that name is going to be an input that's coming directly from the user. The user is going to be met with a question. That question is, what is your name? And we're going to finish that off. Now the reason I put a space afterwards is just to allow what is entered to have a space after that question, and you'll see that later on when we run the program. So we've got name equals input, what is your name? And then what we're going to do is we're going to print out the string hello, and then we're going to print out our variable attached to that string. Okay, so whatever it's going to be is hello, and then whatever that name is input into the program. 2 lines of code, we can run that. It'll ask us to save it to start with, and then I'm just going to save it over this name program. So call it name program, and when we run it, it says what is your name? I say Mr. Stewart, and then it prints out the string hello Mr. Stewart, just as our program showed us. So that's a basic input and output program. We're asking for an input from the user, and we're utilizing a print statement to print out a string as well as a variable.